It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand stats was a 1 for me, so I don't plan on failing at all. I want an A on everything, everything, everything. Staring at these kids in the hall, wondering if they're as confused as me, but I still plan to give it my all. I want an A on everything, 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 everything.
First step, say it. Second step, know it. Like a Z test, but you know I'ma solve it. Started off rough, but thanks to Mrs. J, I know the different samples on a first name basis. In the class, doing stats. Nino, in your class, all like asleep. We know, swimming in the A's, call the teacher. No, if I was in that class, you know I studied these notes. Drop the checks, you know I better be random. Who'da thought the song would go double platinum? Greatest want my name beside the 5 like Malcolm. Everybody got a tutor, I did it without one. Yeah, come on, Miss Jokers, I'm about my grades. Killing all these tests, if I didn't, I'd be grounded. If you laughed earlier, I bet you're astounded. If you didn't take stats, at least you got to witness.
It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand stats was a 1 for me, so I don't plan on failing at all. I want an A on everything, everything, everything. Staring at these kids in the hall, wondering if they're as confused as me, but I still plan to give it my all. I want an A on everything, everything, everything.
I used to have hood dreams, good grades, taking names. I used the ink inside my pen until that thing drained. I went hard for LSRL and I found the means, looking for distribution skewed to find the lean. Y'all seen my story, my glory, when I aced that one test that was only pro tempore. When this guy get a 5, they'll build statues of me. What was that experience like for you? What? Nothing. All the time these big colleges giving me love and trying to get me in their schools like I was Waba's husband. You're trying to tell me it rejects the null, but it doesn't. You said P is less than alpha, but I knew it wasn't. You're walking to the 3rd floor, going to the main office to choose your next year's math class, which definitely should be AP stats. If you're trying to roll in calculus, why are you thinking that? Chasing the 90% turns you to a maniac, all the way to 311, and I can't even add. She pulled the test out, and now it's coming back. I used to want this grade forever, now this A's a fact.
It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand stats was a 1 for me, so I don't plan on failing at all. I want an A on everything, everything, everything. Staring at these kids in the hall, wondering if they're as confused as me, but I still plan to give it my all. I want an A on everything, 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 everything.
Okay, hello, it's the bias. Negative affects the audience. If I wanna take a sample, SRS is my first option. One affects the other, depending on my proportions. If I had one guess, then I guess I'm gonna pass this. And I would never stop because I've done this all a lot. Take a look at RC if my line is weak or not. When I get to R squared, it's the line that never stops. But why should I scream more? 5's what I aim for. I cuss a lot even when I see a box plot. Joker's on my side and you can hear her say scatter plot. Let the count talk, check your list and pay attention. Period 1, that's what they gotta share mention. I'm always tired every time we get a lecture, but this is what I need to walk and focus under pressure. Shh, no sleeping in class. If you need a math, then you ought to take stats.
It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand stats was a 1 for me, so I don't plan on failing at all. I want an A on everything, everything, everything. Staring at these kids in the hall.
Okay, here we go.
Wondering
On the
if
track.
they're as confused
Let's
as
go.
me. I still plan to give
Here
it
we go.
my all. I want an A on everything, 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 everything.
There they go, normal distribution is Joker Spitzer flow. Nuts they go as all these little kids learning statistics. Well, she can make them look like bozo. She's wondering if she should teach it slow. Oh no, no more notes. Her p-value going over for show. He ain't had a cuss like this since the last time that she gave him notes. They've been waiting patiently for the Z-score to show him the quotes. Back into the calc, they go. Math will never be the same as before. Mashing the keys of these toys and establishing the mean as he goes. Mean and deviation is inside it, not to be solved till I find it. This test is exactly what the heck that I'm talking about when we write it. You dealing with a few real numbers like kids in the class who feel real humble and spit true feelings until new feelings come flying about of your house. Now time it. Payback math lover for the way the two shapes your face. When you hear the master, the entire stat class, so I wanna get those A's. This is not a lecture, so just in case you're thinking of playing games, you ain't gonna have no grade to say by the time I'm through this race, so bro.
I want an A on everything, everything, everything. Staring at these kids in the hall, wondering if they're as confused as me, but I still plan to give it my all. I want an A on everything, 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 everything.
Hood Ricky Wayne the mixtape. You feel me? Yeah. First let me hop out the motherfucker Porsche. I don't want it if that